To make that £1 million product, you need to build a product for the market. A product possibly not in existence and that solves people's problems. Now, by using some of the techniques we'll discuss in this video, you'll better understand who your target customers are, you'll understand where your target customers conduct their product and target research, and where they go for information, options, and purchases. You'll better understand trends, which competitors make up your market, consumers' current attitudes about products and brands, and how to find a secret tactic using competitors' products, problems, and flipping them to your advantage. Hi, welcome to the official Merch Sprout YouTube channel. Today we're talking about market research. So market research is invaluable to developing new products. Why? Because market research allows you to meet your buyers where they are. And by understanding your buyers' problems, their pain points and solutions, you can design your new product around them. After all, you don't want to spend all your hard-earned time and money building a product that no one needs or wants. And market research is how we avoid making that product that nobody wants nor needs. Market research is gathering information about your target market and potential customers to gauge the success of a new product and guide you to improve upon existing products. In today's world, consumers hold the power. Caveat emptor, Latin for let the buyer beware, used to be the world of selling. Now, with the power of the internet, connections, and the amount of information available at the touch of a button, it's caveat vendor. Let the seller beware. Consumers can research your products and make purchasing decisions entirely on their own. That's why you must understand the market, the selling conditions, and the market sentiment to build a successful product. Simply put, customers are more likely to ask for referrals from network members rather than a salesman. So with this in mind, it's imperative to have a strategy that complements this situation. The first requirement is to understand who your buyers are, your specific market, and what influences their purchases, decisions, and behavior. Once these critical fundamentals are understood, you'll be in a solid position to understand what products your consumers want, where you want to market your products, and what demographic you will be targeting. So what's my first tip to complete market research? Now, in recent years, polls have been some of the most successful tactics in market research. Polls are an example of primary market research and is something conducted in the first steps. Polls have exploded in recent years and you don't need to look far to find one. An excellent example of where primary market research in poll format is conducted is on LinkedIn. I know that some people like to use LinkedIn to convey what they had for breakfast. However, the accessibility and affordability of polls on LinkedIn is invaluable. Polls historically were expensive. I mean, think about it. It's common to find individuals now with 5,000, 10,000 followers on social media. How much human resources would it have taken to get data from just 10% of that number in the past? It would have meant canvassing on the street or buying expensive data. We as individuals can leverage those social media followers. Now, who would have thought it? We can use social media for something other than cat memes or breakfast photos. Okay, so I am simplifying a very complex, in-depth subject by saying you can just jump on social media, throw a poll, and get what you want. There are many avenues in market research, so let's look at some other tactics that we can employ to get data cheaply and quickly. Firstly, we need to segment our market. Segmentation separates your potential customers into groups based upon specific criteria. It is easier than it sounds. There are 3 prominent segmentations that I would concentrate on when developing a new product. After all, we don't want to make everything for everyone. The first one is demographics. These contain age, gender, income, education, and marital status. The second is geographic. That's country, state, and town. Thirdly is behavioral segmentation, things like habits and product use. Now I want to consider your target audience and where they frequent. As an example, age groups, are teenagers your target for your new product? Is TikTok the right place to look if you're proposing a new range of Zimmer frames? Or is a manufacturing group on LinkedIn the best place to poll a woman's fashion line? It's hard to segment your perfect buyer, but luckily there is a way to do it, and that's by creating a buyer persona. A buyer persona is a semi-fictional representation of your ideal customer based on market research and data from existing customers. Buyer personas provide structure and context for your company, and it makes it easier to map out time and resource to achieve alignment. Now, learning about your ideal customer's challenges and goals, demographics and geography allows you to set up a strategy to target and reflect upon. Your buyer persona should note down all of the critical aspects of a buyer that will impact your target market. Now, without a buyer persona, or at the very least an understanding of your perfect customer, you won't be able to position yourself, your products, to meet customer demands. Now, don't wash over this step. Fundamentally, it's the groundwork for a fantastic product, and you'll never get to that £1 million product without it. Creating a particular buyer persona can drastically improve your business results and your sales results. Without knowing the answers to the questions like these, it's difficult for your business to create a strategy that attracts, sells, and satisfies customers' needs. Without it, your product ideas may be well off point. They may appeal to a very small niche when you could tweak a small function to make it appeal to a much broader market. Referencing your buyer persona at every cornerstone, asking whether customers actually want this function from a product, can pull you back on track and get your focus back onto your product and who it's for. Now, once you have a target buyer outlined, your persona, we can look at the areas that this persona may frequent. Take that buyer persona and have a look at the groups on social media that you're a member of. Look at your buyer persona's general demographic, the geography and age group, and start to conduct some of these exploratory topics with them. It can be subtle. For example, if you want to produce a baby product, your persona typically would be a woman aged 25 to 35. A Facebook mums group would be an excellent group to target. Start to explore some of the issues that they may have, their pain points. Get to know some of them personally. I don't advise getting to know babies group intimately if you're a middle-aged white man. That might get misconstrued. Interview some of the members individually. Ask them if they're local. Maybe you could meet up for a coffee. Or if online, ask them to have a coffee over Zoom. You can get creative with it. Ask them open-ended questions to see if they have any issues that you can pick up on and solve some of their pain points. Or ask questions on forums like Reddit. Now, Reddit has a subreddit for just about every topic in existence. Now, just as an example, a way that you can use Reddit. Now, if you're thinking of producing a product that improves people's time in front of the computer, maybe a piece of furniture, you can look at what features people are looking for on subreddits on, computer chairs. Ask the question, I'm thinking of purchasing a new computer chair. What functionality would you recommend and what are the best chairs out there? If there is a common consensus among the majority, you may know where to set your sights on what features people are looking for in their selection of office furniture. We can then refine this exploration somewhat, conducting specific primary research, and this is where you begin to dive into issues or opportunities that you may have highlighted as a necessity. In specific primary research, you can ask a smaller segment of your audience more targeted questions. Now, after conducting primary research, it's helpful to take what we've learned and expand upon it. We then dive into secondary market research. Now, that's using data already produced, trend reports, market statistics, and sales data. Secondary market research is beneficial for competitor analysis. Your product ideas will determine where you look for this data and if it's free or commercially available. You may be lucky. You may even have the data around you from internal company sources. An excellent example of secondary market research is past sales data on Amazon. Now, this is both commercially available and free. There are a couple of tools out there to analyze your market sectors, and they're robust because of the amount of data there is to rely on. Now, I don't need to give you a rundown on Helium-10, but if you don't know about Helium-10, it's a great tool to use. And there are enough videos on YouTube about these specific Amazon tools. But what I will say about these tools, if you're thinking about selling products on Amazon, looking at this data is invaluable to gauge competitors and the markets you're wanting to sell in. Either way, you want to be conducting secondary market research on markets to gain your competitors' details, the product pricing, and the past sales data. So once you've gained your competition and some of the past sales data, you're pretty much on the home straight. List out your competitors and search for them. Believe it or not, we can use a free and easy tool to interrogate these competitors in depth. Google them, see what they offer, look at the reviews on their products, concentrate on their poor reviews or the 3-star reviews, and see what can be done to your potential products and ideas to take those poor reviews and improve upon your ideas, improve upon their products. Look at the customer's pain points and look at what they're doing well. Copy them, improve upon their downfalls, and capitalize upon their strengths. Now, a SWOT analysis is an excellent template to deep dive into your competitors' strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, what's a SWOT analysis? Now, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time on YouTube gathering information like we're discussing, but then struggle to put what you've learned into action, here at MerchSprout we've developed a tool that helps and guides you on your product development journey. We've called it the Ultimate Product Dashboard, and in it we discuss all of these issues and more with actionable tasks that give you examples of what we're talking about just now. It also gives you a refined workflow to get you from idea to sourcing to shipping, with some great templates in there, including SWOT on our product dashboard, templates on how you can actually use the data that's around you and how to manipulate it. Now, if you want to find out more, the link will be in the description. Now, if you're still struggling to find competitors, LinkedIn again can be your friend. Type into LinkedIn the industry you're pursuing, then under the More tab, select companies to narrow down your results. Then again, Google the results or head to Twitter to see if there are any real people reviews. Google social media and other tools are great ways to find competitors. And once you have this list of competitors, look back at your product by a persona created in the primary research phase. How likely is this persona to go to the competitor as a go-to purchase of goods? If yes, why? If no, why not? Here we can start to summarize some of the findings. There'll be a lot of information in the above tasks, and it can be hard to see wood from the trees. But as with any other data, look for themes and trends. Are there any standout trends of pain points where you want to spend your time developing a product? Your summary of all this data needs to contain the following: background, an executive summary, awareness, your decisions, and ultimately your action plan and next steps. Now, if you're still interested in building your product and conducting your market research, we've developed a tool to just do that. It'll guide you through all the items that you need to know, give you actionable tasks, and provide templates for all the issues discussed in this video. So check out the link below for our dashboard and for more information on it. All right, that was a lot of information. I'm sure that your brain is hurting. However, I hope that you now know where to start on your market research phase, but please hit that like button and subscribe as it helps the video. Now again, don't forget to check us out on merchsprout.com. Now this was our third video in building a business series. If you want to check out the other previous 2 videos, I'll leave links in the description, or you can check them out here. Now, until next time, bye.